So please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Professor in Suit. My name is Mr. Akshay. I'll be teaching you math. Hope you guys love my all part fives of EOT till now. So we studied in depth of all the parts. So we did many of the questions and hope you learned a lot. So let's straight away dive in into our next topic. Okay, before going into the next topic, let's do this same recap for this question. How will we do? Use the number line to find each measure. So I told you two ways to do it. One is by the textbook way and one is by counting. So what was the textbook way? How will you find JK? So we'll do K minus J. What did I say? K minus J. Now what is K? Okay, it's not written any number. So let's what after 8, that's 9. And what's J? That's 6. So we do 9 minus 6. So what we do? 9 minus 6. That's how much? 3. So this is the way, the textbook way. And as your exam is MCQ, multiple choice, there's one more way you guys can do it. That's a counting way. It's also called a baby way. So if they say J, K, so from J, count till K. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Okay, so that's called counting way. And was the answer 3? You see, it matches. So it's up to you guys. You can use any way as you like. So this is what we did last time. So let's go to the next, a new part, okay, which is called find the distance between the 2 points. So here you see, so they have given you 2 points, that's J and that's K. So to find the distance between 2 points, you have to remember the distance formula. What you need to remember? Distance formula. So what was the distance formula? Hope you guys remember. Like if I want to find the distance between 2 points, okay, okay, let me take here. So if I need to find the distance between 2 points, like if the 2 points were here, this and this. So if this first point was x1, y1, okay, and the second point was x2, y2, and how will you find the distance between them, which is denoted by d? It's given by root of x2 minus x1 square. Most of the students forget this. Plus, same thing do with y. y2 minus y1. Again, square. So, entire thing inside the root. Okay. So, let's find the distance between these 2 points here. So, that's your, let me erase this. We don't want this underline. So, that's your x1 and that's your y1. That's 3. And next is x2 and then you have y2. Okay. What's the formula? You need to remember the formula. So your formula is x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Now put the formula. What's x2? x2 is your minus 3 minus x1. What's your x1? 4. That's square plus y2. What's y2? Minus 7 minus y1. What's y1? 3 square. Okay, now put it in the calculator. You guys know how to put in the calculator. If you guys don't know, look how do we do it. Okay, so here when you are putting in the calculator, you have to be extra careful because there is root, there is brackets and everything. So first put root, then put bracket, then put minus 3 minus 4 bracket power 2 plus bracket minus 7 minus 3 bracket and then square. Okay, so you have to put it entirely as it is. The square is inside the root and everything, and click equal. So what's the answer? Root of 149 or 12.2, up to you guys. So I'll write both of them, root of 149 or 12.2. Choose what's given in the multiple choice. Okay, the points which are given in the options. This is how you do it. So you have to remember this formula. This formula is very important formula, which will not leave you till grade 10, grade 11, grade 12. Okay. This by using this formula, you find the distance. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So here, let's go. Let me wait. Let me little bit zoom out little bit. Okay. Now here. So out of all these six questions, we can do one question, sorry. Let's take the one with minus. Let's take 31. We'll use the same way. Find the distance between each pair point and round to the nearest tenth. Now, what do you mean by nearest tenth? Means if you have a point like this, after point, they want only one number. They don't want two numbers. So, suppose if you have 12.36, then what will happen? This 6 is, you have to round off. You know how to round off? If the number is more than or equal to 5, then what we do, we cancel it and we carry on with this 3 and we plus it. So when you round off, it will become 12.4. Understood? Rather, if it was 12.34, you'll just cancel out as the number is less than, oh sorry, yeah, as the number is less than 5, you just cancel out. So the answer will be 12.3. Understood? That's how we do it. Just an example. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so just an example, I'll just mark it out. Okay, so let's go to this question number 31. This is your x1, this is your y1. That's your x2, that's your y2. What's the formula for the distance formula? Hope you guys remember it. What is it? Root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square inside the roots. Put the numbers. Now I put the numbers, be very careful. Now x2, what's x2 minus 5? Put the bracket minus 5 minus x1. Now what's x1? Minus 4. So there is 2 times minus. Okay, don't forget this. Most of the students they stumble over here. Plus y2, what's y2? That's 3. Minus y1, what's y1? That's 9 square. Okay, now put it in the calculator. You guys are smart enough to put in the calculator. So how you do? You click root, you put bracket, you put minus 5, minus minus 4 you can write, or you can write minus minus is what? Plus. Plus 4. Even if you write minus minus, it will still give you correct answer. So don't worry. Plus bracket 3 minus 9 bracket, then you have square equal. So what you get? Root 37. That's 6.08. So what you get? 6.08. As we need after point one number, and this number 8 is more than 5, so what we'll do, we'll round off and this will become 6.0 will become 1. Understood? So that's your answer. That's how you do it. Now I want you guys to pause this video at this point and try to do, out of this remaining 5 questions, at least try to do 3 questions. If you get the first 2 questions correct, then you can skip the third one. Okay, so in this way you guys practice. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Use the number line to find the coordinates of the midpoint of each segment. Now what they want, use the number line to find the coordinate of the midpoint of each segment. Now we need to find the midpoint of this ones. Now how do you find midpoint of this thing? Very easy. Let's start with the first one, km. Now where is km? K is here, m is here. Now how do you find the midpoint of this one? Okay, so uh, how do you find the midpoint of km? So you guys remember we did a formula when you have 2 points, the endpoints, one is x1, one is x2, are the numbers. And if you want to find the midpoint, how do you get it? It's the middle. Middle means what? You add this and divide by 2. So how do you get it? You add x1 plus x2 and you divide by 2. That's it. Simple as it is. So if I want km, now where is k? K is here. That's minus 4. Where is m? 0. Okay. So find the midpoint. So what do you do? x1, this is your x1, this is your x2. So we add both of them and divide by 2. Minus 4. Okay, so don't write like this. So for km, okay, I'll write like this. The midpoint, that's your m, and that will be, this is x1, this will be x2. It can be given by x1 plus x2 over 2. What's your x1? Minus 4. And what's your x2? That's 0 over 2. What's minus 4 plus 0? Minus 4. And minus 4 over 2, that's minus 2. So that's your midpoint. So what's the midpoint? L. So the midpoint is L. So midpoint is L. Understood in this way. Let's do one more question. Which one we need? Let's take LP. This one. Okay. Let's do another question. Let's do another color. Let's take a green color. Okay. So let's take LP. Now where is LP? L is here and P is here. So what do you do? The midpoint will be got M. Same x1. This is your x1. This is your x2. x1 plus x2. I'll straight away write the number. Minus 2 plus 5 over 2. What will be minus 2 plus 5? That's 3 over 2. So what will it be? 1.5. So the midpoint is 1.5. Where will be midpoint? Here. Okay, as there is no letter, no need to write. Just that's your midpoint. Okay, understood? So that's how you do it. Now pause the video, try to do the remaining questions. In this way, along with me teaching, you are also learning. You are also practicing. You understand? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, sorry. Let's go to the next one. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of a segment with the given endpoints. Now here it's a little bit different. Okay, so now to do here, you see here also we need to find the midpoint, but here it's different. Here you have x, y, x, y. Okay, so there is x, y. Here it was easy, just one number, just one number. When you have just one number, just add and divide by 2. But here, like here, if you have four numbers, okay, like here you have four numbers, right? 5, 11, 3, 1. Now in this case, you have to use the formula. Same formula, don't need to worry about any different formula. Okay, remember when we had only 1 point and 1 point, how did we find the formula? What was it? X1 plus x2 over 2, right? What if I have another point? Y1 and y2. That's it, nothing. We'll add the other one as well. Y1 plus y2 over 2. So that's your midpoint. Easy. That's it. So let's take the first question. So if I want, let me zoom it a little bit as it is. Okay. Okay. So let's go to question number 19, or let's do 22. Okay. So this is your x1, this is your y1. That's your x2, that's your y2. So how you find the coordinates of midpoint? Easy. So what's your midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 over 2. That's for x. Same do it for y. y1 plus y2 over 2. So what do you get? 7 plus, sorry, 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2 over 2 and y1. That's 0 plus 4 over 2. What's 7 plus 2? That's 9 over 2. And this will be 4 over 2. So it will be, what's 9 over 2? 4.5 and 4 over 2. That's 2. So that's your midpoint. Easy. Good. Let's do one more question. uh, so that you are familiar with this kind of questions. Let's do 24. Okay, where all of them is minus minus. Okay, same formula: x1, y1, x2, y2. What was the midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. Same way. So m is what? x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. What's your x1? Minus 4 plus x2, 12 over 2. What's y1? Minus 7 plus y2. What's y2? Minus 6 over 2. Now what is minus 4 plus 12? That's 8 over 2. And what is minus 7 minus 6? That's minus 13 over 2. So what will be it? 4 comma what's minus 13? 6.5. That is minus 6.5. So that's your midpoint. Is it easy? Okay. So it's pretty easy. Same way you can do the next one as well. I'm on doing it again. Okay, find the value of x and bc if b is between. Oh, we did this kind of questions also, where we add this two and then we add this and this and make it equal to this. So it's also the same. The only thing which we'll be doing is this one: find the value of variable and yz if y is between x and z. So this also we did it in same part 4, and elimination was done in the same part, so you guys can refer it either in part 4 or part 3. I'm not quite sure. You can see it. Now let's go to the next one. Find the value of variable and yz if y is between x and z. I think we did this also. Okay, but still I'll do one question. What they say: y is between x and z. So we put y is between x and z. What's xy? 11. Put 11 over here. What's yz? 4c. And what's the entire xz? 83. Now we everybody knows what we do. Add the two small terms and make it equal to the big term. So what we do? 11 plus 4c equal 83. Then we solve number with number, variable with variable, letter with letter. So we take the plus 1 that side. So what you will have? 4c equal 83 minus 11. So that's 4c equal 72. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Cancel, cancel. What's c? 72 over 4. It's 1. 32, 8. So c is what? 18. So that's the variable they need to find. Okay, that's what I said. After you find the variable, read the question properly. They also want yz. What's yz? Yz, don't forget your yz is 4c. What's yz? 4c. I'll just draw, color it, highlight it so that you understand. So they also want yz. So what's yz? 4c. Okay. So just put the value 4c. What's the c? You have put 18 over here. We did this kind of questions as well. So 4 times 18. So that's 32. That's 72 again. Understand? So that's how you do it. So we did um, this kind of question. Use the number line to find the measure. We did this also. So we have concluded our EOT. Hope you guys loved the way I taught. Refer it back to all the parts and try to do it again and again, and try to practice the questions which I didn't solve. I know you guys can do it. As you guys are my student, I know you everybody will excel with A plus. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye bye. Masalama.